Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. I think tonight is going to be a very important night for all of us in some way, shape, or form. And I sense that there's going to be quite a bit of a release for everyone that is going to be gathered and joining this coven and this collective. If you do have crystals that are calling to you, or if you have crystals that you've been working with your lower chakras, I suggest you grab those and you could place them on your person and on your body as you're laying down and receiving this beautiful sound healing meditation. And if you do have the ability to listen to this meditation with earphones, I highly suggest it, just because it really does allow the sound to be projected in such an amazing way, and it will, allow you to kind of step into that meditative state a lot easier, as well as kind of tune out any distractions that you have going on around you. So, wow. Well, since our last new moon, we have had some interesting shifts, I'm sure individually as well as collectively. We are feeling it, and we are feeling these changes and transitions, and some of us are even feeling maybe even bits of these downloads, because we are basically leveling up, whether we like it or not. And we had the new moon officially on Sunday with the solar eclipse, as well as the summer solstice on Saturday. This baby has been burning since Saturday. She still smells so great. And what I have on it is Soul Sister, like soul sister. And, when we think about the sun is the source of all of the energy that we have here on Earth, and we need it to survive, and plants need it, animals need it. And, when we're looking at the solar eclipse, we are looking at Source, Earth, and the moon being in actual alignment astrologically. And what that means is our mind, our body, and our spirit are beginning to come into alignment. And some of you might be feeling this in ways of physical pains, like myself, brain fog, maybe even feeling circulatory system, maybe like blood pooling, vertigo, various different ways neurologically as well as circulatory. And this is, the universe or God or consciousness forcing us to get into alignment with ourselves. And it is, like my shirt says, what a time to be aligned. It is an amazing time to be aligned. And if you're feeling off, that means that something, whether that be your mindset, whether that be your emotions, or whether that be your physical body, something is not working together in conjunction with one another to help bring you into your higher self and bring you into the collective and the unity and the community that is really being called for. Now, when we think of we are all one, we think of the fact that all of us are gonna hold hands and sing Kumbaya, and we are all just gonna run into the hills, and the hills are alive with the sound of music type of a thing. But what it really means is that we are coming back to Source. Okay, we are coming back to the universe that really resides within us at our core. And what that means is that within this core, there is the original thought. And that one thought, I am, that permeates this entire universe, is really expressing itself in so many different ways, in so many different perspectives. So we are just one perspective of that. And everyone that you meet, everything that's in this planet is a perspective of the whole. And it's almost that like the sun, and the sun has the sun rays, and each ray is a part of the whole, but it's individual. What we are attempting to come back to collectively, energetically, and what's happening on a grand scale globally as well as within ourselves, is we are being asked to come back in. And life is all about expansion and retraction. And right now, we might be feeling tired. We might be feeling the need to want to kind of hone in and be within ourselves, or we might feel more energetic. Astrologically, we have 6 planets also retrograde. So there's a lot of a call to action to take a moment to hit the pause button, to regroup, reorganize, recollect, reevaluate what's going on, and beginning to inquire about what we are physically feeling, what we are emotionally feeling, and what is going on within our own minds, and to be more aware of that so we could come back into alignment, mind, body, spirit, and come back to our core and ultimately source and become one as a community and as a collective. Amen? Amen. So, as usual, I am going to be opening up with a nice little prayer from the Dear Universe book by Sarah Prout. It's one of my favorites. She's amazing, and for whatever reason, every single time I open this up, it always opens up on the right page. So let's, before we begin, take a nice collective breath together wherever you are. If you're still kind of gathering your things together, just take a few moments to just close your eyes, stop moving, hit the pause button, and let's collectively take 2 to 3 breaths. Inhaling through the nose, filling up, filling up, filling up. And let that breath go. Feeling the slightest shift. And then one more time, deep, full breath, fill up, fill up, fill up. And let that go. Feeling slightly more relaxed. One more time, deep, full breath. The deepest breath that you've taken today. And release it, let it go. Spirit, we thank you for this space. We thank you for this time. We thank you for this group energetic collective that we have here tonight. I ask that you bring forth the right messages for each and every heart and ear to hear. And I ask that you guide me, that I use the right wording as I guide this group, this collective, deeper within their core and deeper within you. So be it, so it is. So I fell on a page that actually isn't, surprisingly, one of the numbered pages. And it states, when you appreciate, give thanks, and celebrate how you feel in the present moment. You invite more magic to manifest into your life. Whether you want to feel the love you are in the process of guiding your energy into a new direction, the universe within you is always ready to support and guide you on your journey. The love that you allow yourself to experience is based in direct proportion to the amount of appreciation you hold in your heart and the amount of love you are willing to give. In this section, you will ask yourself again, how do I feel right now? How do I want to feel? Pretty powerful. I'm going to read that one more time. When you appreciate, give thanks, and celebrate how you feel in the present moment, you invite more magic to manifest into your life. Whether you want to feel the love you are in the process of guiding your energy into a new direction, the universe within you is always ready to support and guide you on your journey. The love that you allow yourself to experience is based in direct proportion to the amount of appreciation you hold in your heart and the amount of love you are willing to give. Asking yourself, how do I feel right now? How do I want to feel? So really asking us again to kind of inquire once more about what's going on within our bodies. And if you aren't already, you can begin to lay down and kind of do this self-scan starting at the top of the head and gently guiding yourself all the way down to your tips of your toes. And being cognizant of areas that feel tight and sticky, being cognizant of areas that are uncomfortable or painful, and being mindful of how you're presenting yourself emotionally tonight already. And also beginning to allow those gaps between one thought and the next thought to just grow slightly wider, and allow yourself to step into this present moment as you are, not trying to force relaxation, not trying to force a mindset out of your mind, but really allowing who you are in this moment, to be embraced and to be felt and to be heard and seen. So you could do this healing and you can do this work. So I'm going to go ahead and do our little reading here. So we have the Nine of Wands, shadow work, which in this tarot deck, it's specific to this Moonchild tarot deck that I'm using. Oh wow, and the Hanged Man. Okay. And then I'm going to use a card from the Oracle deck here. Protection. And these cards were shuffled 3 times. I just did it to save some time. Wow, protection. Call back your power. Listen to this. Cut the cords, soul retrieval. Holy shit. Okay, so this is something that has been a very huge theme for me personally and for others that I've connected with in the spiritual world and in, you know, this yoga world. And we are beginning to feel what is surfacing and bubbling up within our being, things that we've held onto from the past. Now, this could be our current past life, or this could be a past life in general, and or karmic or ancestral. And this is the generation that it stops. Like whatever, you know, mindsets that has been passed on through the ages, or whatever that is genetically in the bloodline, so to speak, it's done. It's severed here and now. And what's surfacing for a lot of us is this shadow work. That is the work, okay? That is the work to go deep within yourself and to inquire and to ask your body, hey, what are you holding in this left shoulder? Personally, that's what I'm feeling in the left side of my neck. Or why is this emotion still coming up? Why is this, you know, reoccurring situation still showing its face? Why does this always happen to me? And that is where you need to go. That is where the shadow work begins. And in the spiritual world, we think that enlightenment is like this beautiful experience. And, you know, you guys may even think of me like, oh, she's perfect. She's so whatever. It's not the case. We all have traumas. We all have dramas. We all have bullshit from our current life that we are sifting through, and things that we've carried through our bloodline, through our ancestors, and also through past lives that we are currently playing out here and now again, so our soul can remember and our soul can learn from it and grow from it and evolve and come back to wholeness, which is ultimately unconditional love, just as we mentioned from the Dear Universe book. Unconditional love is the ultimate source. We all come from love. We all desire to be loved. And we all desire to love. And when we come back to that space and into that heart center, we're able to drop in and to better understand ourselves means to better understand others and see yourself in others to find that unconditional love. And that is our work here on this planet. And that is our work to really begin to understand the current circumstances that are at play. We are ridding ourselves of the viruses that we've had in our database and in this particular like 2.0 version of yourself. We are ready to kind of clean house internally and externally and begin to usher in a new world and a new way of thinking and gain that new perspective with this hangman. This hangman is a crossroads, and all of us can probably be, you know, vouch for the fact that you feel as though you're in a crossroads situation, whether that be career-wise, relationship-wise, home-wise. We're all in that mix of like, what do we do next? Like, something doesn't feel right. My perspective on something doesn't feel right. I'm changing that. I'm shifting that. And to say to call back your power, holy shit, this is like something that I've been currently doing, and I have been feeling within my clients to also do, is to cut the cords and claim your power back. Like, think about all the people that you've given pieces of yourself to. You know, whether that be relationships that are romantic, whether that be your mom who's always stressing you out and like causing you to get upset, or your dad, or your siblings, or family members that are just kind of like energy suckers, or maybe work itself. Like, who have you pieced yourself out to? And how have you divvied your energy up? So much so that we are kind of like totally like depleted, and that's where the confusion lies. And the Nine of Wands shows this lady here kind of meditating with her palms open, which is the receiving hand is the left hand, the giving hand is the right hand, and right in the center she has this shining light, which is love, and your energetic meridian lines to your heart are in your arms. So it's the balance of giving and receiving, the dark and the light, and seeing these different perspectives that cause the crossroads, right? You don't ever have a crossroads when you have like a one focused mindset. You're like, that's where I'm fucking going, that's it, and you're there, right? It's only when something kind of like topples you over that's like, whoa, wait a second, is this really what I want? Hold on, let me check myself before I wreck myself. And that's what's at play right now energetically within our own lives, as well as, you know, on a grand scale. Old systems and old ways of being are being chopped up into little pieces. They're being re-examined. We are ready to pave a new foundation, not only within our system and within our government and within what's at play as a whole collectively, but also within our own lives. We're ready to pave a new foundation. What we thought we wanted is being shifted. What we thought we wanted, we're changing our perspective, and we're like, wait a second, I want to claim all that power back that I've divvied up from everyone else that I've had in a part of my life that has, you know, caused me some form of an emotion. I want that power back. That's mine. And whatever is attached itself to me that is not my energy to bear and it's not my weight to hold, I send that back, because you are here for a bigger purpose. And when we're depleted and when we are not energetically whole and full, we can't do the work collectively. It's when we allow ourselves to feel what we're feeling, to see what we are thinking, and to begin to step into that shadow work, that we begin to heal. And when we begin to heal inside, because we are a part of Source, that healing extends out to every single person. Every single person. We oftentimes look at like, oh, the government needs to do that, and you know, these people need to do this, and my boss needs to do that, and my husband and my family needs to do that. But it's like, hold up, because if you brought it all back and came back into unconditional love, you would see a part of yourself in that individual and find the compassion that we all need to begin to feel and we all need to begin to see, so we could see through the lens of love, because love is Source. Love is our ultimate power. So tonight, I invite you to settle into a very comfortable position. Grab your headphones, pillows, and blankets. We are going to be doing a very powerful meditation. Some of you may experience more cleansing and more clearing than others, but we are going to be doing some cord cutting. We are going to begin to initiate the process, which this meditation will be up, and you might have various different things come up for you and notice them, but also focus on the one that came first. So what's going to end up happening is that you may feel like more needs to be done, and oftentimes we do, because we don't really take into account what we're really holding energetically and where we are connected. It's like the cord cutting, for those of you who are a little unfamiliar with this, it's an energetic thread that ties you to someone or something or a particular situation. And again, when a similar situation comes up, it brings you back into that old way, into that old habit. And what we are doing tonight is beginning to sever those ties and begin to be present in our own being, and to begin to be present collectively in love, and begin to allow ourselves to come back to that wholeness little by little, and to do the shadow work and to cleanse and to allow ourselves to clean our internal house and our internal temple. So let's get started. If you aren't already, find yourself in a Shavasana-like position. Allow yourself to take up some space. Right heel towards right lower corner of your mat, if you're on your yoga mat or your bed, and left ankle towards the left lower corner of your mat or your bed. And take a deep breath in and shrug the shoulders all the way up towards your ears, and then just relax the shoulder blades down the back with the palms facing up. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes and roll out the ankles and the wrists. And keeping the back of your skull on to your mat or the ground or your bed without lifting it, just gently roll the head from side to side, from left to right. Giving yourself some time to feel this space and to allow whatever energetic little twitches that need to go, so you could find complete and utter stillness for the remainder of this meditation. Settle into your physical body. Closing your eyes, softening your lips, softening your tongue. Beginning to scan the body from the top of the head, noticing the scalp soften back towards your mat or your bed or the ground. Noticing the space between the eyebrows soften. The eyes to just gently fall deeper into their sockets. Softening the jaw and the cheeks, neck and the shoulders. Noticing any sensation that you're feeling down the arms. Maybe tingling, pops of coolness, warmth, maybe the tips of your fingers are cool. Beginning to notice these heart energetic meridian lines. Beginning to inquire about any sensations that you feel in the arms and shoulders and neck. Whatever you feel, just allow yourself to breathe into those areas. And imagine as you take that breath in that you are breathing in bright white light. And that white light is beginning to swallow the shadows of these sensations. And then allowing yourself to slowly make your way down the torso, softening the heart and allowing the heart to just gently fall deeper between the lungs. Beginning to soften the upper parts of the back. The mid-back. And low back. Noticing any tension in that area of the body, in the back body. The thoracic part of the spine, which is the mid-spine, just between the shoulder blades, is the area that protects the heart from behind. If you feel any tension in this area, it comes back to the heart. And again, allowing yourself to breathe into those spaces, drawing in that white light to the sticky, uncomfortable areas in the upper parts of the body. Gently beginning to bring the awareness to your navel and the just natural pace of your breath. Noticing the belly rise and fall. Noticing any tension here, and for women, any cramping or discomfort. This is your sacred womb, the womb in which the void resides and all things come, where the original thought, I am, began its incubation period. Again, breathing into this belly space, whether it be above the navel or below the navel or in the pelvic area. And then gently, slowly, bringing the awareness to the left hip. Noticing any tension here. The left thigh, back of the thigh, knee, back of the knee, left shin, calf, ankles, tops of the feet, soles of the feet, and each and every toe. Once again, breathing into any areas of the left lower body. Moving to the right hip joint. Breathing into this hip joint. Noticing that our hips are the areas in which our legs allow us to move forward. Noticing the top of the right thigh, back of the thigh, right knee, shin, calf, top of the foot, back of the foot, and each and every toe. Now imagining you have a bright sphere at the tip of your right big toe and at the tip of your left big toe, as well as in the palm of each hand. Beginning to notice the size of these bright white spheres. Noticing its radiance. Noticing if you feel any warmth or coolness, or your mind's eye is bringing this bright white light into your palms and your feet. And then on your next inhale, allow this inhale to be very slow intentional. And as you draw this breath in, imagine each of those 4 spheres beginning to go towards the midline of your body. And as you're at the top of the inhale, they meet at your heart's center. And as they meet, this bright light at your heart's center begins to shine brighter. So bright that it encases your entire physical body. Protecting your energy, holding the space for you right here and now, and welcoming your healing. Emotions come, let them come. As you allow these emotions to flood over you, you are also beginning to allow them to flow out. Begin to focus once again on your breathing without manipulating. Just allow it to be a part of your awareness. And drop ever so slightly deeper into this space between conscious and subconscious. In the void, in the present, and in the peace. Allow yourself to notice what is bubbling up inside of you right now. Within that heart center, within your body. And begin to go a little bit deeper with what sensations you're feeling within your body. Maybe asking yourself, why is this person coming into my awareness right now? That is your main focus for tonight. Notice emotions are making their way into your awareness and allowing that to be the main focus for tonight. Maybe a situation is in your awareness. Again, allow that to be the focal point for your practice tonight. There are no mistakes with what comes into your awareness and what is desiring to be seen, heard, felt, and released. The only mistake is not choosing to go to the first place in which your conscious and subconscious both decided to go. As you stay with this sensation, I ask that you notice it and feel it in every part of your being. Beginning to notice who is involved, what circumstances or visions or pictures are unfolding for you right now. Allowing each and every breath to allow that vision to get clearer and clearer within your mind's eye. This could be someone from your past, a situation from your past or your present, or it could be a vision that you don't recall, but perhaps is a part of your ancestral lineage, or perhaps an ancestor themselves, or perhaps an image or a memory becoming more and more apparent that is attempting to show you deeper layers of your soul. Begin to notice where you feel what you're seeing, what emotions are coming up, where this is attached to you within your body. Begin to once again breathe light into that area of the physical body. More oftentimes, we begin with the foundational chakras, which is our roots, our sacral, and our solar plexus chakras, responsible for our foundation, our sense of security and safety, or our sense of creativity and stepping into our own voice and our own way of being, or perhaps even our power. Tonight you are reclaiming your power, you are repaving your foundation, and you are severing the ties and the connections to circumstances, memories, and emotions that have been hindering you, that have been hidden within the shadows of your being, that are calling you to see them so you can allow your mind, your body, and your spirit to function from a place of wholeness. Each aspect communicating with one another to bring you closer and closer to your higher self. Trust what you're receiving. And when you are ready, taking a deep, full breath in once more into wherever you're feeling these sensations and say, we are complete now. Maybe imagining a cord connecting you to that person or that circumstance. The invisible thread of attachment, that energetic attachment. And imagine yourself severing that cord. And perhaps even physically with your right arm and hand, making the gesture of cutting this cord of attachment that is connecting you to what is needed to be released, to break the chains of bondage that have been holding you back from stepping into your power. Your power has always been there, asking you, waiting for you to embrace you, to hold you. And as you sever this cord, imagine the bright light radiating out from this cord. Imagine the energetic ties being completely severed and released. Saying, I am reowning my power. This situation, person, memory is no longer within my orbit. The lessons of these circumstances or individual have served its purpose. I release you. I break the chains that have attached me to this. I deserve to live from my place of wholeness and from a state of abundance that I know I possess. I deserve to trust myself, my energy, and my instincts. I am enough. I am enough. So be it, so it is. Taking another deep, full breath in, and this time allowing that breath to leave the body vocally. One more time, deep, full breath in, and let it go vocally. Feeling yourself just ever so slightly lighter. Feel yourself just slowly coming back to wholeness, to love, to compassion. And allow this love and compassion that is sweeping over you to embrace you, to hold you, to remind you that this is the space where you belong. Free, light, and this is the space where you will continue to reside. Feeling the earth hold you in your physical body, and allowing yourself to just marinate in what is this present moment, in all of your radiance, in all of your glory. Mind, body, spirit, together, whole, as one. being within this void, within this space. The energy is clear. The energy is neutral, balanced, back to center. Throughout life, we are constantly skating between what we envision as being positive and negative forces, but one implies the other, and both imply life. Neither circumstance, individual, or happening, good or bad, but the positive and negative energies coming together and life unfolding for you and your soul, giving you what your soul needs to evolve, to grow, to align. It's through the various different perspectives and situations and circumstances that we begin to see the facets of who we are, like a diamond shining in the light. Various different colors in this kaleidoscope of light bouncing off the walls. But diamonds are created under pressure, under darkness. And they're carefully refined, carved and chiseled, so it can shine the brightest it can shine. That is your life. The pressures of this world and the pressures in which we're feeling are one and the same. One is just happening outside of our bodies or perceiving to be outside of our bodies, and the other within. The inner world implies an outer world, and the outer world implies the inner world, both communicating with one another and both mirror images of one another. What are you choosing to reflect? Is it love, compassion, and wholeness? Or maybe right now you're in the shadows and the emotions are a little bit more challenging and the energy a little less fierce. Both are perfectly okay. Life is a constant dance with balance. But what you must remember is that you are completely whole. I want you to say after me, whatever energy that I have given out to other people, circumstances, or situations, I claim that energy back. Whatever energy has attached itself in the form of emotion, people, memories, or things or ideas that are not mine, I send them back. Whatever is to come into my life, I ask that you forge the way and clear the path for me to welcome what is to come in peace and in love. I ask that whatever is to leave my life, may you forge the way and may you clear the path for it to be released in peace and in love. Taking a collective deep, full breath in. And exhale out. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale out. This is you. Welcome home. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to me. If you had some amazing experiences, I'd love to hear it. And on July 6th, we will be doing a full moon yin yoga, which is a yoga practice, a physical practice. If you are interested in joining us for that, again, that's July 6th at 8 p.m. here on Instagram Live. Thank you all so, so much, and your donations are greatly appreciated. The links are in my Instagram bio for Venmo and PayPal. I welcome you to your fullness, to your wholeness. Besos y abrazos. Love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Taking a peek at your messages because I can't see them when I block them. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening.